So good morning, everybody. 19 CS 102 Database Management System, second year, fourth semester. Unit number 1, Introduction to Database. Topic number 7, Entity and Relationship Model. So we go for next one. So agenda, this is what is entity relation model, purpose of VR diagram, advantages and disadvantages, an entity sets, and attributes and component of VR diagrams. So what is entity relationship model? The Peter Chen, a landmark paper 1976, the relationship model towards a unified view of data. And it is a graphical representation to entity, the relationship. It is easily understand our customer and also and software developer. And in suppose why it is required? First, why it is required? So each and every software engineer, and before starting of a software development, and before uh, this entity relationship model, she is known easily understand what's going on our projects. So before this is a prerequisite. This paper is a study about our student prerequisite. Before the students have studied agile software engineering or software engineering. He and she is known what is software engineer and what are the models in available and what's how to start a software product and your database management system, basic of your software development. So this is it is a graphical representation, easily understand of your problem statement or requirement of our software. So this entity relation model is based on entity, and attribute, and relationship. Entity is a thing. It is a thing about which data are to be collected and stored. Example, employee, and attributes are characteristics of entity. And example, SSN and last name and first name. And relationship describe an associate between entities. And example, one to many, many to one, many to one, one to one. This is a concept based on that conditions. And complete relationship data model concepts based on helps to visualization, structure, and content of data group. Entity is a map to the relationship table, tools for conceptual data modeling and higher level representations. And represent an entity relationship diagram based on your conditions. Entity relation model is a identify entity to represent of database and represent how those entities are related. This is a database design. He and she is known study about agile software engineering or software engineering is a identify easiest method. First one, requirement analysis, and second, conceptual database design and logical database design and schema refinement and physical database design and accept application and security design in your sectors. This is the entity model, pros and cons. The advantage is easily viewed and understood representation of database and facilitate the database design and management and integrate with the relationship database model and enables of better database design via conceptual modeling. And disadvantages, incomplete model its own and limited representation power and cannot model data constraint tied to entity and relationship. Example, attribute of constraints and cannot represent relation between attribute within entity and no data manipulate languages, loss of information, content, and hard to include attribute in ERD. This is ER model. So purpose of ER model, sketch database schema, include constraints but not operation, design and picture called entity relationship diagram, later convert ER design to relation DB designs. So this is entity sets. This entity, thing, or object. Entity set is collection similar an entity. Class, object, oriented languages. Attribute property of entity set. Attribute or symbol value, integer or characteristic, not as structure oriented. This is a conceptual AR diagram of entity. This is a entity is a define your name. This is a relationship for student and college student information and attribute. For example, student name, address, or phone number. This weak entity you can represent this type of process and weak entity relationship multi-value attribute and key attribute and composite attribute. This is a representation of common of VR diagram. Example, a name, manufactured, cost. Entity set car has two attributes, name and manufacturer. Each car entity has value of these attributes, color, design, model. This is a relationship cannot connect two or more entity sets. It is represent diamond with a lies to each of entity set involved. This is a relationship example bar, a name, address, and beer's name and manufacturer, drinker's name and attributes. This is a relationship sell, like, and frequent. This is a ER diagram, banking system. For example, loan payment, loan, borrows, customer detail, and employee detail, and branch or account number. So this is a activity. Please find out AR model. Yes, correct. This is my references.